What's going on? What's going on? I'm actually using this tool. I think it's called Restream. Don't quote me on that, but it's new. This is my first time using it. So if it looks a little wonky, I will try to fix that the next time I use this tool. I like it because it's allowing me to go live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. But if you have other tools that you recommend so that I can do both at the same time, go live on both platforms, let me know. I would really appreciate it. I'm not really hip to, wow, I just said hip. Ooh, I'm not really keen on all of the tools to use when it comes to streaming. So, anyways, how you doing today? I came from the gym. It was one of those days where I just was not feeling it at all. But I pressed through and got my workout in anyways. I'm sure you have felt the exact same thing at some point. It doesn't have to be working out. It could be business related, content creation, anything. But today was me when it came to working out. But I do feel better afterwards. So that's a plus. All right. So today I want to talk to you about the three common mistakes beginner coaches make. And honestly, this is all from experience. I've done them all. And that's why I really want to talk about them right now because I feel like this can save you time, right? Where you're not just twiddling your thumbs, wasting all of this time, where you can really be focused on your business and getting sales quicker. So, the first thing, you hear it all the time. I mean, it's literally cliche at this point, but it's so true, simple and so true. But stop appealing to everyone. Let me tell you, when I was starting out, let's just say that I wanted to focus on every single business owner. I even in like my value proposition, I believe I said that I wanted to help new entrepreneurs, right? That was my target audience. I was very confident in that I could do it this way. But honestly, after doing a lot of research, getting coached myself, do what works, right? There are so many other coaches out there that are very specific on who they target. And honestly, my coach has said this here recently where you want to start so niche down, where you get so good at teaching that target audience. When you build your audience over time and you build a business where your whatever your goal is within your business, that's when you can literally take a step back and say, okay, I want to target a broader audience. But when you're first starting out, you're a beginner, you're getting your feet wet, you need to be clear on who you target and you talk to that specific person. And so yeah, that I've learned that from experience. It took me some time. I mean, I literally wasted several months to get to where I am now in regards to who I target. But yeah, that's one mistake. And so how you can avoid that though is really just taking some time and really getting clear on the your target audience's pain points, and then also even their desires, because that's all going to be spoken in your messaging. And so once you get clear on that, you want to target, for example, I had a client that's targeting Christian women, right? That's very clear. And so when she's talking to, or sorry, when she is doing content, she is speaking from that perspective, and speaking directly to Christian women, right? If you're in other religions, she's not talking to you, right? So that's, just take time and really take a day if it even takes that long, but just take that time and really think about that. Um, the next thing I will say is focusing. The common mistake I will say is focusing on likes and views. This is a common mistake, honestly, that I'm still working on myself. And it's hard, right? Because I feel like we are conditioned to kind of compare ourselves with, bigger influencers, and you see all of the numbers that they're getting, the engagement that they're getting, and rightfully so. You want that type of engagement, likes for your own platforms and accounts across platforms. But honestly, in the very beginning, you want to focus more on your skill set. We all suck in the beginning. Heck, I'm still learning and seeing what works and things like that. But you're going to suck in the beginning, and that's okay. It's all about just fine tuning your skills. In the beginning is really just focusing on getting better, that getting 1% better every single day, and being consistent in that. Because the more reps you do, right, the quicker it is that you will get better at it. So for example, I'm a former athlete, right? So going back to my basketball days, if I did not practice, I was, my mid-range shot, I'm the next day, or like, let's just say I took off a whole week of not practicing my shot. That following week, I come in the gym. Guess what? I'm gonna be rusty. Okay, I'm not gonna be really consistent with my shot and hitting them that mid range. Okay, so that's kind of essentially what we want to do here, right? It's okay to suck in the beginning, but as you practice, as you get more reps in over time, you're going to get better. So don't focus on the likes, the views. Just focus on how can I get better every single day. Okay, let's look at your framework. Okay, like, that's the type of things that you should look at versus the views and the likes. Look at your videos or your content or whatever, your written content, your video content, and look at the framework. Right, I'm sure you hear it all across social media, right? Okay, making sure that you have a good hook. You're capturing people within the first 10, 15 seconds, right, on any platform that you post. All right, look at the analytics to see who's dropping off in your videos. Like if people are dropping off after a certain amount of time, okay, maybe that's the hook. Then you look at the meat of your video, right? Are you actually giving value, right? That's so important. People want to gather information, right? Not just fluff within video content, written content, right? So making sure that you give value. And then at the end, some type of a CTA of some sort. Okay. That's just a basic framework that you can follow when it comes to your content, but really just dissecting that versus really looking at your views and likes. And honestly, for me, like the one thing that I really wanted to focus on when it came to my skills, when it came to my content, was being confident on camera. Like that is a skill that I did not think about when I started my business and really getting serious with creating content. Um, I I do this all the time in work, right? When it comes to my 9 to 5, I have Zoom calls. I'm speaking in front of people, but when it comes to a camera, just a different thought process, right? You're talking to yourself essentially, and not a person, right? And so that is something that I personally wanted to get better at. And so I knew from the beginning that my videos are going to pretty much suck because I don't have that skill. Okay. So I try it's hard. I try not to focus so much on the likes and the views. And one thing that worked well for me to not focus on that was when I posted a content of whatever, I posted content, I actually get off the platform right away. And that helps me to not like, okay, keep refreshing the screen, right? I I don't know if you are a victim of that, but just refreshing the screen, it helped me tremendously. So as soon as I post it, I get out of the platform, and then I do something else, keep my mind busy and not think about it. And then maybe like several hours later, I will come back, look at the analytics. When I say analytics, I don't mean views or likes, but analytics of like when people are dropping off the video, so that I can know how I can go forward with my next video. Um, and then I will do some engagement within that app and things like that. Now, I don't know, this is some other marketing gurus might say that I should stay in an app and do some engagement, but for me, this works for me, so that I don't think about and pretty much obsess over likes and views. The last thing I will say, last common mistake I will say is not focusing on the tasks that move your business forward. And you might be, at least for me, when I was in the beginning, I was always thinking, I heard that term several times, but I never really knew what that meant. And what I mean is not focusing on sales and marketing. So you should be focusing on tasks that that's helping you put your name out there, right? And then also tasks that building relationships, right? Because we're in business to make money, right? Let's be real. So in order for you to make sales, you have to build relationships so that you can understand what your target audience, how you can help your target audience. And so if you're not, and this is what my coach has told, had told me, if you are not coaching people every single day, then you aren't, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? And it does not have to be a paid client. Okay. You can be coaching people, giving them free game in the DMs. You can give them free game, on a Zoom call. Like if, getting people on a call, you realize that they need help in an area, get them on a call, see how you can help them, coach them through that. That's also a way that you can build your skills, right? This has helped me a lot, having beta clients and really taking them from A, it doesn't even have to be from A to Z, right? Literally from A to like C, helping them get to a point, helping them resolve one problem. And actually that is a strategy that can, help get testimonials, right? You, as you know, since you are a beginner coach, people want social proof nowadays, right? Obviously, they don't want to do business with you if they don't know that you can help them. I'm sure, like, everybody do it, right? Before I buy anything on Amazon, I'm looking at the reviews. What are people saying about that product? Even the service of whatever service. Like if I'm trying to get a massage, I'm looking at the reviews, right? How well is the person giving massages, right? So that is the way of society now. People look at reviews before they do business with you. And so one way to get testimonials is for you to actually coach people. And right now, as you are a beginner, you might not have that. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you might not have the credibility to get a paying client yet. Clear word, yet. So coach people, get them in the DMs, give them free game. See how you can help them over a short amount of time in solving a problem, so that as you're working with them for free, they can give you a testimonial, right? I don't know if you follow Alex Hormozy, but I think part of his story when he was just starting out as a fitness coach, when he started out as a fitness coach, he did this free program to collect testimonials, before and after pictures, for like 6 months. And I believe I saw a video where he doesn't recommend, that long. However, look at him now, right? He worked for free. Honestly, he worked for free for an entire year. But the 6 months, the end of the 6 months, he collected donations. Well, he didn't collect donations, but they gave to a charity instead of actually paying him. So ultimately, though, he worked for free for an entire year, collected all these testimonials, and then the following year, he was able to get paid clients. Not recommending that long, but the route of the way to get free clients, then getting testimonials, that's the way that I personally suggest going for you as a beginner coach. But that's it. I just wanted to talk to you about those three common mistakes from my experience and how to kind of avoid those mistakes. So, but I'm probably going to be jumping on live more often, and hopefully we'll see if I'm going to be using Restream, however you pronounce that word. If you have suggestions on a different streaming platform that I can use to go live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time, even if I could do that on Facebook too, add that platform, that would be great. I would love your suggestion. Please hit me up in the DMs if you can help me in that area.